I'm pretty sure it's Doge.
Table Talk 1 Alpha, take 1.
Doge. It's Doge.
I've always thought it was Doge.
No, dude.
I saw it pronounced on Reddit.
I'm pretty
as
sure
Doge.
it's Doge. I'm pretty sure. Well,
See, you suck at that game.
If I'm wrong, then the internet can just destroy me right now.
Matt, get off your phone.
Okay. Hold on, I'm almost there.
Matt.
Such flap, mini bird.
Such flap.
Lose.
Can't do it. All right.
Matt.
Okay.
Matt.
What?
Matt.
What are we doing?
Camera.
The introduction.
Go.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Not So Round Table. We're joined once again by our friend Jet. He's going to be helping us grab questions out of our helm of reasoning, the ones that you submit from previous episodes of the Not So Round Table. How you doing, Jet?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? How was your game of Flappy
Fantastic.
Bird?
It was not so good. It was
Not so good.
Not so good.
Not flapping that bird enough?
It was not flapping in time. I was hitting.
You might want to see a doctor about that.
Can we stop talking?
All right, let's go
All
with
right.
the question.
Nice.
I'm going to dig deep. Oh, okay.
You have a bad rep of having sombering questions.
Yes,
is your first question.
let's try to keep the questions upbeat, people. All right, this is from Dath Bane with 4s for A's because he's so elite. I used to play in 2002, 2004. I had my gear stolen, so I haven't been in the game since. What changes have been made to the game since then?
What?
That's crazy. That's
years.
a long
there's
time.
so many.
First of all, there's more than 2 manufacturers now. There's no longer just Classic Army and Tokyo Marui.
Well, there was ICS
And
back then,
ICS,
too.
so
So there's more than
there's-
3.
Oh, well, I hated ICS, so
Oh.
they don't exist to me.
Whoa.
All right.
But
Sombering.
let me see. There is the now more
Transport
affordable line of airsoft
Yep.
guns that are decent.
Well, also, if you guys remember, in 03, plastics were not terribly good in airsoft guns.
No, they were not.
as durable as they are now. I think with the advent of polycarbonate and nylon fiber reinforced plastics, we have a lot more durable, lightweight bodies. So it's not, it's not, what do you call that?
Flimsy?
No, what do you call that?
Diving?
It's not inevitable having to upgrade to a full metal body. It's not required anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can just
Or-
outright buy a metal
polycarbonate.
gun or a metal gun
Or polycarbonate.
or a metal
Or
gun.
a good pedal.
Or
me-
good
or a
polycarbonate.
Okay, and then the gear. The gear has changed drastically as well.
Yeah.
It's no longer web belts and Alice clips. There's a lot more high speed.
and cross draw nylon vests.
No, the
Yes.
cross-draw nylon vests are
Yes,
still there.
yes, and everything is referred to in COD terms in
Yes.
Battlefield. So
And high
be
speed low
prepared
drag.
for that when you get back onto the field.
High speed low drag.
Yep.
I hate that.
All right.
What else? What else has changed? There's
what
a lot
else
more
has
gas
changed?
blowbacks.
Guns
Gas
have
blowback
got- hold on,
rifles
let's-
exist now.
Guns have gotten
And that are big.
cheaper. Gear has gotten more expensive because they buy the real gear now.
By and large, the materials used in
events
upgrade
have
parts
gotten bigger. And,
Oh yeah. The events have gotten bigger, definitely.
and the whining has increased.
Yes.
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 The
whining.
generation of airsoft players has shifted towards a younger audience.
I blame
It's
COD.
it's not the young people I'm talking about who are the whiners here.
Really?
I'm talking about grown men being whiners.
Well,
Yeah. There's some.
Jet doesn't always play with us.
There's some milsim games that have turned into a game of cowboys and Indians. Of I shot you first, no, I shot you. Blah 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 blah.
It's like when
blah.
I was at Irene when I told the guy, I'm like, hey man, I hit you in the pouch, and he's like, started arguing with me. I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm walking away.
No, you did it. No, you did
No, you
it.
didn't.
I shot you first. I got you.
He
I
did
got
shoot
you.
me, but I shot him too. It's kind of. I mean, all he was.
Nah,
gonna
bro, I
get,
got you first.
But he was gonna get medicked anyway.
I got you first, bro.
He was
Parlay.
I hate parlay.
Go ahead.
Jake Remy asks, "Hey, love the series, and my question is, who owns Evike?"
Evike.
Evike.
All right, next question.
All right, next question.
ahead,
George,
George.
grab it.
That one's. I was gonna say you for that, but you already said Evike.
Who? Me?
Yeah, I know.
It's not me.
It's not.
Not even close.
James Oanlon?
Yeah, sure.
Whatever. I'd
Sorry,
like to know what
James.
your opinion on beards are. I'm growing my beard back out.
Well, I mean, it
I
does
gotta
make you
like
more
this
tactful.
one.
See, the only thing keeping Jet from being the ultimate
No
operator is can't grow beard.
I can.
Our
I can
camera
grow...
operator though has the most epic.
He could do an
beard.
operator
Yes.
stash.
Yeah, this guy
The
is
operator
he's so
stash.
epic. We're gonna post a picture
can't
of
even
him
do
from
that.
Line Claw or from Line Claw's last year. We'll post a
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
With
I saw Roger with
Roger's
his,
beard.
at
He's got
Lions
the
Claw
most
with his
epic one.
beard,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Dang, that guy looks legit." But he's holding a camera and not a gun.
There are several advantages to beards.
Tell me, please.
By and large, I think they are a good face warmer. Keep your face nice and warm, toasty. Okay. So not as much wind chill getting through the face, especially if you're on the east coast of the U.S. right now.
you're
It was real cold for a while. Okay. Second, it's
they make
attractive.
You look older. Yeah, they make you look older.
And they make you look older.
And attractive.
So that's third. Second and third. Attractive and unless you have a girlfriend and she hates it.
Most girls
Then
don't
it's
like
Most
just a
girls
device for
hate it.
pissing off your girlfriend.
No, most girls do not hate beards anymore.
Really? I feel like
No, I disagree. I don't think
know.
so. Like me without
I
a
shave,
beard,
I
I
look
look
like I'm
like a
12.
boy if I don't have my goatee. I really do.
So really, this is
So
just
my
to make
wife
me look
won't
like
even
an
let me
adult.
shave off my my
So
beard.
I can get
even.
into
Unless
gas
you
stations.
already look like an adult, classy one at that, if I do say so
Thank you.
myself. I look
Thank you.
very classy without my beard.
But you would look more classy with
a
said
beard.
beard.
No, I don't think so.
All
But
right,
if you
fine.
can't grow a beard, you can get the beard beanie thing.
There you
Beard
go.
beanie.
From the store,
Mhm.
which I have one. It's pretty
They're
cool.
awesome.
Makes me even more operator.
Right? See, he admits having a beard makes him more operator.
I
Next
never-
question.
I never said that.
No, you said it.
No, you said it. You
No,
said it.
no, I didn't. No, I didn't. All right. 21.
Oh, yes!
The beard. 21. The bearded wonder.
These are random, by the way.
Yes. Hello, Evike. What is your opinions on rocket launchers used for non-vehicle purposes? Yes, good question. Oh, sorry.
I'm reminded once again of Irene when you were shot
Okay, that was
with the
so
rocket
dumb.
indoors.
No, that was really dumb though. You have to admit.
I don't think you should be able to use a law or even a grenade launcher. Well, not a grenade launcher. A propelled
It was
foam.
it was
indoors.
roughly like 12 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
He would have been dead as well.
It wouldn't have even activated in real life.
Yeah.
Remember, a 203 round doesn't activate till
I don't know,
a certain
the
amount.
30
general
something
population.
spins. It's got to spin 30 something times.
Yeah, but
Okay, so you're against it. Okay, so you say no.
No, I think they're great unless you're in a hallway.
Yeah, no,
Indoors.
he's
Oh,
referring,
I know what you're
he's
talking
referring
about
to when
now.
I was in a
Okay,
hallway and
okay.
then literally this guy's rocket goes boom and hits me right next to me. He's like, "You're dead," and I'm like, "Really?"
Well, but do they get used a lot at Desert Fox?
Yeah, I'm all for using rocket launchers
you
for
use them like a mortar, like where you-
non-vehicle
Yeah.
situations. Like, oh, there's 5 guys in that room over there. Let's shoot a rocket into it and kill them all.
That's
Should
fine as
there
long as
be-
it's like
should
30
there
feet
be-
away.
Should there be an engagement distance?
Yeah, there totally
You
should
can't
be
be
an
within 10
engagement.
feet and be like, oh, boom, and just
Yeah.
nail the guy.
He didn't
While
hit-
it
he
is
didn't-
cool to
I mean,
do
in,
that,
in his defense,
don't do it.
He didn't hit me with the shell, but it was still like, "You're dead." I'm just like, you couldn't shoot me. Like you what made you not want to shoot me with a gun and shoot me with?
Because why not?
So, yes,
because
grenades, I think-
rocket launcher. That's why.
I think we're all unanimous. We like grenades. This guy's picture is very cool too. It's a potato, and the question is from Charlie the Potato. All right. I love the idea of the Nuts Around Table. One thing you could talk about is inner barrel basics. What are the advantages of a tight bore? Is there a length of inner barrel where it actually degrades performance?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and yes.
Okay, so advantages of the inner barrel, the tight bore inner barrel. Accuracy.
Accuracy, improved FPS, a better barrel in general. You're gonna get a
Well,
better.
why? Okay, let's explain why it gives you better accuracy.
Because it's tighter. It's a tighter bore to the BB.
It hugs the BB tighter, so that
because
way more
because the BB's
air.
not rattling around inside because
Yeah.
the constraints are. This is the weirdest. Because the constraints are smaller, the BB's not able to rattle around, making its trajectory more even across the entire length of the barrel, giving it a straighter path as soon as it exits the barrel. That's also why it gives you a bump in FPS, because there's not as much room around the BB. The air can't escape around it.
Right.
So more of your air from the actual system is being used to push the BB.
Right.
Disadvantages of that are because you have a tighter tolerance on the barrel.
It gets dirty.
It gets dirty. You're going to get jammed a lot. In terms of length, you can't go too long because then that creates drag on the BB, which is going to take away from that distance that you were already trying to get.
I don't know
Which
if
is
it's
usually
I
from
don't know
like
if it's
a 509
necessarily
above
drag.
509.
The one thing I learned from Ryan, the guy we featured on the Siege Tech
Yes,
Gears
we know who
video.
Ryan is.
Anyway, so Ryan was telling me that you actually have to, when you get into longer barrels, you actually have to match like a port on the cylinder to the barrel. Because what ends up happening is when you go for a real long barrel, the piston head inside the cylinder has to be able to pull back enough distance to equal the volume of the barrel.
Oh,
the
okay, that
volume
makes
of the air
sense.
So
inside
that's
the
where
barrel.
like
That
a
makes
bore
sense.
Because if you're
comes into
firing
play,
on
yeah.
full auto, it can't pull back all the way, and then you're going to get a drop in FPS. And
Okay.
it won't push the BB as hard.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
that's why you want a port there so they can get all the air that it needs before before pushing
Or
forward.
you switch to a bore up cylinder if you go above 509.
Science.
Learning
Science again.
Science.
And then the length of the... So there's no actual length where it degrades. It's just you make sure that you're porting your cylinder, if it needs it, to the barrel you're using. All right. Who wants to draw the next question? Good question, by the way. A lot of good info there.
That was a good one. Ooh, small one. This is one of the originals.
Also, if you want to curve your BBs, bend your barrel. Just kidding.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, this is All-MC's Bay or something like that. Weird name. As for diets, typically the morning before an event, I have a liquid meal of light protein bars. We go places that have no facilities, just easier to water a tree and keep going. And see, I don't have that problem. No matter what I eat, like if I'm going camping, that part of my body just shuts down.
It's like any sport. Like,
Yeah.
you want to eat right.
It's talking
Unless
about
you're running
eating.
a marathon, and then you're just evacuating as you Anybody seen that on the internet?
My suggestion, this is what I do. I eat a bunch of stuff the night before or the day prior with a bunch of carbs, because carbs equal energy.
Yeah, don't eat a lot of fiber the night before.
Yes, don't
Don't go for your fiber one bars.
You don't want to be evacuating.
Don't
in
eat
your,
fiber.
in
Don't
your
eat
cry
sugar.
pants.
Yeah.
Don't drink a lot.
But see, carbohydrates are something that
I mean,
I learned
drink,
from soccer
not
back in the
water.
day. Like carbo loading, so you have like plenty of usable sugars for physical exercise. I
Yes.
don't know if that's still advised. Like, they always change recommendations.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
carbs.
coffee's
carbs are
healthy
still
one minute, not
handy,
the other.
but now there's so many like protein supplements and stuff that like you don't really need to necessarily like have a pasta dinner the night before.
Although pasta
I would
is
say
good.
at least eat a hearty breakfast. I mean,
Definitely.
don't go nuts. Don't go eating 5 pounds of bacon.
Yeah,
and
don't
sausage.
eat bacon, don't eat sausage, don't.
Yeah.
Because
eat
then you
any
could
meat.
infect your appendix, because that's connected to your digestive tract. I learned yesterday about where the appendix and how that becomes
Okay,
inflamed.
let's.
Anyway,
So
all
the
right,
point is,
thank you.
eat.
Thank you.
I'll fill you in on it later.
Oh
It's
my
very
Okay.
interesting.
God.
Thank you. Oh, we're picking a new question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is an exciting day here at the Not So Round Table.
Ben Laughlin.
Jet doesn't come by often enough.
What was the worst confrontation of a guy not calling his hits? Oh, man. Why do I always...
We just had one of them. We just
All
had
right.
this conversation.
So for me, back when Tac City was Airsoft Playground, I was on a team called and we were playing against another team called Block One, and there was a guy on that team named Kennedy, and Kennedy was
From a
was
brand.
okay. Back then, we were all full auto, try to get as many rounds downrange as possible. And it was one of those games where we were both just pissing each other off because he didn't call his hits, so I didn't call my hits. And pretty soon, we were a good 10, 15 feet from each other. And back then, it was just all full high-cap mags. And so we were literally standing face-to-face and just whoop, 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 just unloading on each other and bleeding and pissed off. And both walked off the field very upset. And I haven't had another one of those engagements in a long time. It was fun. But,
Okay.
but don't
Huh.
know.
I really don't have a worst. I mean, I have several
Yeah, we all have
occasions
several.
of people just like not calling her hits. I'll say probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me though in Airsoft in terms of like not hit calling or confrontation is I had just got back from Iraq and I made the mistake of playing Airsoft with my buddies. This is probably like 2 months after my deployment. So I still had a bunch of hate and discontent bottled up in me from Iraq, and I went to go play at what was that place? It was it was in Riverside or whatever.
Jericho?
No.
what you're talking
Advanced
about.
Tactical. It was in like that old water bottling factory.
yeah.
So I went to go play there, and there was a confrontation on the field with another gentleman, and I don't know, I just kind of snapped, and I basically like threw my gun to the side, and I started like running at this guy, and the guy was just like, "Bring it on," and I was like, "Oh, you have
Come at me, bro.
you have
Come at me,
no
bro."
idea. Like I have 8 months of just anger built up into me. Like you don't want any of this," and I'm running at this guy, and my friends were like, "No, he just got back
had his
from
boot
Iraq."
ready for boot therapy.
Yeah, so that was after that I kind of took I kind of gathered myself, and I was like, wow, that was really bad. I'm gonna go sit down for a while.
For all future potential players against Jet, he's calmed down a lot and no longer does things like that, right?
Yeah, he's calmed down a little.
Yes. Like I said, that was a little too soon after my deployment.
George?
When Rob pulled a knife on some dude at Tech City, you remember that?
Whoa.
You were
Not
there.
cool.
It was at Zipper. That was in the Zipper Factory days.
remember
You were
this
there.
event.
Ugh. The guns are fake. The fights are real.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad
This
that
guy
part of
was
Airsoft
again
doesn't
but
really...
this guy is the same thing as you. Probably a little bit too much energy from his latest deployment.
But I'm glad Airsoft doesn't really have those kind of situations anymore. I feel like we've all kind of grown out of that.
I think yeah, a lot of people are. There's still some issues sometimes with some people take it a little too seriously.
And that's why we have the rules that we have now, because we took it too seriously.
Yeah.
It's Jet's fault.
It's Matt's fault.
It's just
Rob's
a game,
fault.
people. No one's going home with money or a
guys,
car
like,
or anything. Just go out there and have fun.
Fighting actually in hockey for me than there is in Airsoft.
All right. Next question.
I need a new hockey team.
Airsoft TF282. Cosplayers? Question mark. A bad or a bad concept?
I
Is it
shot this dude.
practical?
Hold on. I shot this guy on a bike at Irene. Remember that on
Yes.
accident? He kind of just like pedaled into my fire. When he got hit in the head, he like went all down and stuff. That was cool as hell.
Yes, I'm all for the role players.
Cosplayers. I would say
No, I think
cosplayer
I don't
slash
think this
role
means.
player.
I don't think this
Wait,
means
does
role.
COS stand for something?
Yeah,
else?
it's
Yeah, no,
cos.
cos.
It's cosplayer. But this
That's
isn't
like
this
that's
isn't
like
like
Anime
Anime
Expo.
Expo
Yeah.
cosplay.
Oh.
This is like dudes are gonna dress up like
Yeah, but
civilians
but the-
and
the-
act out stuff.
The
Like
question does mean like.
Okay, so a
cosplayer.
bad or badass concept, is it practical?
it is.
I think
it
it's
totally is.
I think for the Anime Expo stuff or the stuff that people want to have like a gun to match an outfit, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we're probably referring more to the Airsoft side of the.
So let's talk about NPCs,
Okay.
non-player characters in games.
Okay.
I think they add a level of dimension to the game that is outstanding. I love having people in. I mean, as long as these people are willing to get shot, because inevitably it will happen.
This guy was. He got shot in the dome and he just goes right and he's right on a bike and he goes and
Yeah,
he,
if you
like,
want to
goes-
see that, it's in my video, in my Irene series.
Yeah,
in the night
dude.
game.
And I saw him later. I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry for shooting you in the head. You ran into my shot. He's like, it's okay.
he eats it.
But it's the coolest. No, there was that one guy when we were at Red Storm 2, and Anthony Iatropoulos. He was working for Evike at the time. He was there, and he was trying to maintain control of a non-player character. And the non-player character kept telling him, "I've got intel. Come with me." And his CO said, "Don't go with him. Keep him here." And the NPC started walking away, so Anthony went with him. And so our CO decided it was in the best interest of the company to lay them both out.
Nice.
So we lost an NPC and Anthony, but it really added a cool, really nice dimension to the
I think
gameplay.
it's always
Made it
fun.
very
Yeah,
realistic.
it's a fun part of the game, especially when you're the NPC, which
Well,
I've
Russian,
played.
But
That's not an NPC.
that's not an NPC.
though.
That's a character. But like when at Red Storm 3, when Todd was talking with Bob Lee and that one chick, one of the angels, and they're
Yeah.
going back and forth in Chinese, and then like Todd called somebody dog fart or something like that, and then it just
What?
yeah, what? It's a story that only him and
All
a few
right.
other people understand, but yeah, NPCs are cool.
And then another question was pulled.
And an airsoft angel got its wings.
What?
Joseph Bossert.
Bossert?
Or Bossert.
Bossert?
Okay.
Sorry
Boss?
for butchering your name.
It's okay,
Hello,
I do it all
Evike.
the time.
Greetings from New York. Greetings
Hi.
from California. My question to you guys is what your opinions on playing in harsh weather, rain, snow, etc.
Tornado.
Tornado.
Don't advise that at all.
I like playing in adverse conditions because it separates the
Men from the boys.
from the hardcore player, the enthusiasts to the actual, I guess hardcore. I don't know. I played in.
Separates the operators from the operators in training.
I didn't want to say it, but okay.
It's
training
you know,
wheels.
that's what it is.
Because I played in North Carolina during a huge storm. Like I was soaked like to the bone after that game, but
That's
it was
awesome.
so fun. And playing in adverse weather like that adds a whole nother level of, I guess, skill and sneaking around.
Yeah.
Like okay, in the forest when it rains, everything doesn't get as crunchy. Everything's soggy. So you instead of walking around and on dry leaves and them crackling everywhere, it's quiet. And then in snow, you can bury yourself really quick to hide from people.
Yeah.
It sounds ridiculous, but I've done it before. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Or you could bury yourself by accident.
Or
Well, I think as adverse conditions go, I would much rather play in a wet environment or a moist environment than I would in a severely dusty environment, because you're at much less risk of having your guns jam, having things not feed properly, and your just mouth caked in dirt because you.
Yeah, but you hate water.
I love water. Water's cool. I like New Horizon. We have to go through the river. That is a fun.
No, you
game.
don't.
I loved it.
You're lying.
No, I sat in the water.
You're lying, though.
Yeah,
Or
I
is
like
it?
the water?
I'm pretty sure he's lying right now to you.
No, I don't like being wet unless I want
There
to be
we
wet.
go.
Yeah, I don't
There's
like being
what
rained
is
on
coming.
when I'm in the interest of being dry. When I'm in an airsoft game, no hold barred. Like, I'm ready to go. Get wet.
all right, I'm gonna blast you with a hose next game we go.
Don't
to,
do it.
and
Don't
we'll
do
see
it.
what
That's when I want to be
happens.
dry.
We're gonna bring out Super Soakers
yeah.
to our next game.
I'm like, oh, it's all adverse.
Don't
The
play
adversity of these conditions.
it. You would
How about
find
you?
a way to bring a hose.
I'm
on
fine
the
with
field.
water.
You're fine with water?
Fine with any condition you throw at me.
Okay.
I play in the snow. I play
What
in
if
the
it was
water.
raining meatballs?
Well,
Well,
that would be
Then
delicious.
you could be well fed while playing airsoft.
That would be delicious.
George, you want to blow another one?
And then someone would make meatball camo.
meatball camo.
Imagine if you could shoot meatballs out of your M203.
Okay. Dylan Tyler Care 2I?
Sure.
LLI or whatever.
Oh, Corelli.
Corelli. Oh.
Those
know
are
it.
L's.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
know. Thank you. What do you think of homemade airsoft guns? Do you think they should be allowed in the public and milsim games or just backyard games? Okay, first off, you shouldn't be playing backyard games anyway. Like, in the backyard?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Depending
all
on
right.
your city's regulations.
Anyway, based on your laws. Okay, homemade airsoft guns, like meaning what?
I've never seen a homemade air.
No,
like
no,
I've,
there was that
I've
one guy from Insight that had that AA-12 that he made that ended up being an ATF issue.
I didn't hear.
Okay,
about that.
well, besides that, you have guys like that one dude who always is an NPC at John Liu Games, and he basically built a gas MG42, a gas.
Oh, okay.
He has like a
but
gas.
but those are
infield.
like he did a good job with
Yeah,
those.
he does a very
I'm
good
thinking
job.
like someone like jerry rigged some PVC to like some like 2x4 and wrapped it in chicken wire and was like, let's play airsoft, and BBs are rolling out the top.
I think depending on the real
I
what the
don't-
gun looks like and how it functions, I think, and as long as it functions within the limits.
The rules and regulations on airsoft fields are based on a standardized concept of what an airsoft gun is. Those rules apply because they have a measurable FPS, they have a measurable distance of fire, a measurable rate of fire. Something that you build in your garage or in your backyard may not fall into the same constraints those rules are based on. So bringing it to a field may not be the best idea simply because it can't be regulated as easily or as effectively. With that said, by all means, if you want to make an airsoft gun for yourself and it's legal in your place of residence to do so, have fun with it in your backyard. Just maybe don't take it to a field. Boom.
What he said.
yeah.
I guess you do another question. All right, we'll do one more. That's the last one.
Last
I
question.
thought that was the last.
Here we go. Sorry, was it?
It was, but it's too late now.
I'm sorry.
It's
Here
too
we go.
late. We've gone.
You
too
got an
far.
extra question, people. Because
CQB fugitives, you made it in. What do you think about younger players if they don't cry and suck and stuff? I'm glad we made this question.
Oh,
I'm glad this
we
was
got it. All
very
right.
specific.
I almost just like laughed so hard I coughed because I'm still sick. But I have no issues with kids at all for the most
Yeah.
part, as long as they're not impacting the. I don't think the kids. All right, never mind. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Back when I was in, there was a young kid on our team named Russell, and Russell was like 4 foot. He was like knee high to a duck. Okay, he was like a small guy.
That's pretty tiny.
He's a young guy, but he had his parents' permission to play, and they would always come and hang out with us while he was playing. But he was probably the most effective teammate on our team because nobody looks down here. So you get this kid running up with like a full auto M4 from underneath you, and you don't expect it, especially when you're playing indoor games and they can get below all the barriers, and you literally run under a window.
You know what that says to me? That says this kid is just shooting me in the nuts the whole
Yes,
night. 'Cause
or,
he's up to my he's up to
Oh,
like
wow.
my pelvis. So
Yep.
his eye level is just
It's
in
the
my
one
nuts.
spot without a vest. 'Cause I
Well,
know you don't run a
maybe
crotch
he'll hit
protector.
you in the belly or something.
Yeah, that's
Either way, they can be very effective members of the team. And as far as them complaining and sucking and stuff, that's on a person by person basis.
Yeah.
I've run across
Everybody-
a lot of
I don't
other
think
Everybody
that's. I don't think that's
complains.
the discretion from age. I think that's just a general airsoft thing.
According to Matt, everyone sucks.
What? I never said what? No, that's not true. What the hell?
You see the bus just rolled by, Matt just got thrown under it.
Wow, that's cool. All right, well, thanks again for joining us on this edition of the Not So Round Table. I think we got quite a few questions answered.
Yeah, we do.
Jet, thanks again for joining us. Maybe we'll have you back another time soon.
We probably will. He likes hanging out here with us for some reason.
They can't get rid of me.
If you have any additional questions, just submit them in the comments section below. We'll cut them up, and they'll be put into our Helm of Reasoning.
And check out Jet's channel at Desert Fox Airsoft on YouTube.
Watch that dude get shot on the bike and eat it.
Yeah, find that
Pretty
video.
dang
We
funny.
won't tell you what video it is, so you have to watch all the videos.
Yeah, go through the entire Irene series.
I'm going to play Flappy Birds again.
All right.